find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been when it's...
And here we are. Welcome to another segment. Actually, it's the first segment of the Tasteless Gourmet. And of course, the incomparable, the amazing, the tasteless. Well, she has good taste, at least in men. The Tasteless Gourmet herself, Jennifer Cameron, sharing with you Epicurean delights that will tantalize your family and make you the #1 mom in the country. Okay, maybe not in the country, but in your house. So without further delay, here she is, Jennifer.
Hey everybody, how are you doing today? So yes, this is the first show that I'm doing, so let's hope it's a good one. It's not going to be a long show because I'm told that apparently everybody has I just forgot what I was saying, John.
That's okay. What we said, we want to make it short and sweet. People want to know...
Span of a Tootsie Fly.
Yeah, see, I didn't pronounce it that way. Now, wait a second. Before we even get into the show, somebody's going to say, why do they call it the Tasteless Gourmet? I mean, and I mean, obviously, you've lost your sense of taste and smell for a medication. We don't have to say which one.
Well, maybe we will one day.
One day. But you've lost your sense of taste and smell, meaning that I certainly don't have to shower anymore, nor does anyone else in the house. But why are you the Tasteless Gourmet?
I'm the Tasteless Gourmet because I actually did lose my sense of taste and smell to a really high degree. So I'm able to taste hot and cold, sweet, sour, etc. Now, I used to love to cook so much before this happened. So now figuring it out, if I can't taste anything, how am I able to cook? Well, I guess like muscle memory, I have taste memory. So by using my eyesight, great products, I'm able to produce wonderful dishes that everybody will enjoy, and especially the kids, because let's face it, I'm a mom of 4. So there's nothing fandangled here. It's a real kitchen with real kids, and you may see them running around, and you will hear them. So it's just about being a real mom and wife and what you can do in the kitchen. So I'm hoping you're going to enjoy it, but it's real.
Well, now here's the thing. One of the things that made it a lot easier, first of all, you have great skill sets, obviously. No, you haven't paid me for that comment. You do, and I've enjoyed your tastes.
Thank you, John.
And delicacies and whatnot. But Epicure Selections is really the foundation of a lot of what you do. Why did you choose them? Why over anyone else like Clubhouse? You know, when I go to the store, they have great coupons for Clubhouse spices. Why would we use Epicurean Selection? Or it's Epicure Selections, but Epicurean is a word like that. Right?
Well, first of all, you'd be in a lot of trouble if you wandered off and away from my Epicure spices, saying that I am a consultant. Second, I really like Epicure because they are healthier. It is a healthier choice because it's not full of all the sulfates and everything else that you would get in the competition, I would say. But I also like Epicure also because not only do they have the spices that I was always accustomed to using, but also the fact that they have mixed blends. So that, let's say if you're making a stuffing, for example, for your turkey, well, they have 2 different kinds of blends that you can use. And instead of having to go and buy 5 different selections of spices, you use a 1 jar and follow the instructions even on the bottle. It's that easy to use, and bam, you've got yourself some turkey dressing, and cheaper and without the hassle. I like without the hassle. I also like the fact that I know that with the product that they produce, that anything that I bang out of the kitchen, it's always going to be a success on the table.
Right, there you go. Banging it right out of the kitchen, too. There you go. Now, so it's safe to say, and before we get to today's exciting recipe, it's safe to say that Epicure Selections is great for the culinary challenge. How do you like that? Well, culinary challenge.
Okay, culinary challenge. Well, actually, it's not only for the novice, it's for the intermediate as well. So with Epicure Selections, if you're not familiar with spices and how to utilize them, to prepare great dishes, well, what you can do is visit their website, www.epicureselections.com, and check out their products. So if you find a product or a spice you like, you just go online, pop it in, click recipe, and you'll see a slew of recipes coming up. And they even have cookware, so it'll make it all that more easier to make your dishes. Shall we get into...
Well, just one more thing, though, and the
sure,
truth is, the truth of the rumor is Chef Gordon Ramsay, that's why he's got such a famous restaurant chain, is because he uses this stuff, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, now you're going to get me in trouble.
There you go. All right, there. Now, on your mark, get set. This is fast, so on your mark, get set, and go. What are you making today?
I'm making salsa. So what I have here are 2 of the 3 selections with Epicure Selections. They have the, as you can see, I hope, the Paco Picante, which isn't as strong, and they also have the fruit selection, and then There is the caliente, which is very, very spicy. So personally, when it comes to the kids, I like the fruity, but today we're going to go with the Paco Picante. So I'm making salsa. Something I got to tell you about this product that's so great is that although you just see this one jar, and we're going to add just 1 cup of tomatoes, you can actually make 10 jars of this salsa out of using this 1 jar. So when someone says, "Oh, it's a little bit pricier than what you would pay for, you know, your regular salsa," actually not. It's much cheaper to use this. So,
well, by the way, you meant 10 servings out of 1 jar, not 10 jars.
Sorry, 10 servings. No, it's 10 jars. A serving is like a spoon, a jar. You'd get 10 jars out of this because you could use 10 cups of tomatoes.
No, 10 servings out of 1 jar.
No, 10 jars. Look.
Must be the new math.
Here, okay,
go ahead.
I have to explain it to him. Okay, 1 cup.
Show me the stick.
Bam. Take this.
Bam. Emerald's going to be complaining about that.
All right, so then we take a tablespoon. All you need is 2 tablespoons of this. So we go 1, 2, and if you like a little bit of lime in yours, or you can add some cilantro, but if you like lime, you use a tablespoon of the lemon juice, and that's all you need for that little extra kick. And then
by the way, cilantro, for the uninitiated or uninformed, that's just sparsely, or sparsely,
well, no,
parsley.
Well, no, yeah, it is a parsley, but cilantro actually has like an orangey flavor to it, so actually maybe you'd even want to use it with the blend here that has the fruit in it. But yeah, it gives that kind of a flavor, so it depends on yourself. That's what I like about these products, that you can also add in things that you like to use in your own kitchen. So anyway, so that was it. So simply mix, fold it in. Now the thing with the spices, because they're so pure and so great, you have to let them sit for a little while. I know when you're cooking that'll really let the flavors emanate, but otherwise you just simply stir like that, put a little plastic on it, throw it in the fridge, let it sit for about 40 minutes, and you have a great salsa for the kids. Conversely, what I would do also with it, if you're making more of a batch or you have left over, you can put cheese in this as well, or what a great thing that I always love to do with my meatloaf, and the kids loved it, it was to simply put the salsa in the meatloaf. So, and that's it. So this would be considered more than even 1 jar of salsa sauce. So if you use a whole jar with 9 more cans, that's 10 jars of salsa.
Got it. Now you see. So in other words, what you're saying is it's the equivalent of buying 10 jars of salsa at the supermarket, which is really nothing more than tomato soup strained through a sock. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that.
Oh, I'd say I'm trying to put words in your mouth. Aren't I?
Servings and jars. And there's my baby.
Look, the baby. He wants the salsa now too.
So just in time, I got everything done. So if you could smell it, you'd be just saying, "Wow, it's absolutely fabulous." And again, it's available. And I hope this show went well and that you had a couple of laughs. And we'll see where it goes. It can only get better than where it is now.
Well, there you go. And as Jennifer runs off camera to get the baby from crying, I'm going to remind you that we're going to be coming at you each week with a new segment of the Tasteless Gourmet. Until then, I remain your host and the face never seen, and maybe there's a reason for that, John Hansen.
When it's right, why wait until the middle of a cold, dark night?